You know that friend who posts their gym's selfie every single day. The one who shares every expensive purchase, every vacation, every perfect meal. You might roll your eyes, but here's the thing that'll blow your mind. They're not actually showing off. They're screaming for help, and they don't even know it. What if I told you that every flex post, every rage comment, every overshare is actually your unconscious mind trying to tell you something crucial about who you really are? And what if ignoring this message is slowly destroying your mental health? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at social media the same way again. You'll understand why your coworker, who seems to have it all together, is actually falling apart inside. And, more importantly, you'll discover what your own posts are really saying about you. This is about Carl Jung's shadow theory, and it explains everything you see online. But first, let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was that person, you know the type. Designer handbags in every photo, fitness transformation posts, date nights with her seemingly perfect boyfriend. Her Instagram looked like a lifestyle magazine. But here's what happened when the cameras stopped rolling. Sarah told me she would spend 3 hours setting up one breakfast photo. 3 hours. She'd rearrange the same avocado toast 12 different ways, change outfits for times, and take over 200 shots to get one that looked effortlessly perfect. And the craziest part? She hated avocado toast. But Sarah's story gets darker, and this is where Jung comes in. Carl Jung discovered something revolutionary about human psychology. He found that everything we desperately try to show the world is actually hiding something we re-terrified to admit about ourselves. He called this hidden part our shadow. Think about it like this. Remember being a kid and your mom telling you to be good, be nice, don't get angry. Every time you heard that, a little piece of your natural human emotions got pushed down into what Jung called the unconscious. But here's the kicker. That stuff doesn't disappear. It grows stronger in the darkness. Now, fast forward to social media. We have this incredible platform to craft our perfect image, right? We can show the world exactly who we want to be. But Jung would say we're actually showing the world exactly who we're afraid we're not. That gym bro posting his biceps every day. His shadow might be terrified of being seen as weak or undisciplined. The girl constantly posting about her amazing relationship. She might be dying inside from loneliness or insecurity about love. And here's where it gets really twisted. The more we try to prove we're something online, the more our shadow fights back in real life. Sarah's shadow started winning. Behind all those perfect posts, she was having panic attacks in restaurant bathrooms because she was so afraid her meal wouldn't photograph well. She broke up with her boyfriend not because they had problems, but because he wasn't Instagram aesthetic enough for her brand. But the shadow doesn't just make us overshare our fake perfection. It does something even more destructive. It makes us rage. You know, those comment sections that turn into absolute war zones. Those people writing paragraph-long angry responses to strangers. Jung would say they're not really angry at the post. They're angry at their shadow. When someone attacks a stranger online for their political views, their lifestyle choices, their appearance, they're actually attacking the part of themselves they can't accept. The liberal who viciously attacks conservatives might be fighting their own authoritarian tendencies. The person shaming others for their weight might be battling their own body image demons. This is called projection, and social media is projection on steroids. But here's what's really scary. Every time we project our shadow onto others online, every time we craft another fake perfect post, we make our shadow stronger. We feed the very thing that's making us miserable. And this explains something you've probably noticed. Have you ever wondered why social media makes you feel worse even when you're posting good stuff, even when you get likes and comments and validation? It's because deep down, your unconscious knows you're lying. Your shadow knows that perfect brunch photo took an hour to stage. It knows you're not as happy as you're pretending to be. And it punishes you with anxiety, depression, and this constant feeling that you're not enough. But what if there was another way? Jung discovered that the shadow isn't evil. It's actually the key to becoming whole. He called this process individuation, integrating your shadow instead of fighting it. Let me tell you what happened when Sarah finally met her shadow. She started posting real photos, not perfect ones, real ones. She shared her struggles with anxiety. She admitted she'd been faking most of her lifestyle content. And something incredible happened. Her engagement went up. Her real friends reached out. She started attracting people who liked her for who she actually was, not who she was pretending to be. But, more importantly, her anxiety almost disappeared. When you stop running from your shadow, it stops chasing you. So how do you do this? How do you integrate your shadow instead of projecting it all over the internet? First, pay attention to what triggers you online. The posts that make you immediately angry or judgmental, those are mirrors. They're showing you something about your shadow that you don't want to see. Second, look at your own posts. What are you trying so hard to prove? What image are you desperately trying to maintain? Whatever it is, your shadow is probably the opposite. If you're always posting about how busy and productive you are, your shadow might crave rest and laziness. If you're constantly sharing relationship goals, your shadow might be struggling with intimacy or commitment. Third, and this is the hardest part, start being honest. Not performatively honest, where you share your struggles for likes and sympathy. Actually honest. Post things that aren't perfect. Share thoughts that aren't fully formed. Be human instead of being a brand. The people who truly matter will connect with your authenticity. The people who weren't really connecting with you anyway. They were connecting with your performance. But here's the most important thing Jung discovered. When you integrate your shadow, you don't just become happier. You become more creative, more authentic, more alive. You stop wasting energy maintaining a false image and start using that energy to actually live. Sarah now runs a successful business helping others with social media authenticity. She still posts photos of her food sometimes, but now she also posts about the days she eats cereal for dinner while crying at a Netflix show. Her followers love her more, not less. The shadow isn't your enemy. It's the part of you that's been waiting your whole life to be accepted, to be integrated, to be whole. Social media could be a tool for connection, creativity, and authentic self-expression. But first, we have to stop running from the parts of ourselves we've been taught to hide. Your shadow has something to tell you. Maybe it's time to listen. The next time you feel the urge to craft that perfect post, ask yourself, what am I trying to prove? And more importantly, what am I trying to hide? Your answer might surprise you, and it might just set you free.